The average dishwasher built in 1985 lasted over 15 years. The one sitting in your kitchen right now will likely fail before its 5th birthday. That is not an accident. That is a business model. And if your machine has ever filled your kitchen with a smell like hot tar or burning rubber during its first few cycles, you were already living inside a decision someone made in a boardroom, a decision they hoped you would never trace back to them. We need to talk about what is coating the inside of your dishwasher and why that coating is killing the machine. For most of the 20th century, dishwasher tubs were made of porcelain-coated steel or stainless steel. Both materials were heavy, heat-resistant, and built to take punishment for decades. Bosch was using stainless tubs as early as the 1970s. Maytag and KitchenAid were selling porcelain tubs that routinely outlasted 2 full kitchens worth of other appliances. Then the plastics revolution hit home appliances, and everything changed. Through the 1990s and accelerating hard after 2000, manufacturers began replacing steel and porcelain tub interiors with polypropylene plastic tubs. The cost savings per unit were significant. Estimates from appliance industry trade publications put the material cost difference at anywhere from $40 to $80 per machine at scale. Multiply that across millions of units and you understand the temptation. Plastic tubs crack. They warp under sustained high heat. They absorb food odors permanently after a few years, and they are nearly impossible to repair when they fail. The repair cost for a cracked plastic tub on a mid-tier dishwasher averages $150 to $300 in parts and labor, often more than the machine is worth at that point in its life. That is change 1, material downgrade, steel and porcelain out, plastic in. The machine got cheaper to build and more expensive to own. Now, here is where the smell comes in, and why no one will talk about it on the record. Many plastic dishwasher tubs and their internal insulation components are treated or coated with bitumen-based compounds. Bitumen is the same petroleum derivative used in road paving and roofing materials. It is applied to dampen vibration noise and provide a thin layer of thermal insulation. It is cheap. It is effective at what it does. And when it gets hot, which happens every time you run a wash cycle, it off-gases. That smell you noticed in a new dishwasher. The one that smells like an asphalt parking lot in August. That is bitumen burning off. Manufacturers will tell you it is harmless and temporary. Some consumer service lines call it a normal break-in smell. And to be clear, the off-gassing does diminish after the first several cycles in most machines. But here is what they do not tell you. Consumer Reports has documented complaints about persistent chemical odors in dishwashers from multiple brands lasting well beyond the initial break-in period. The BBB complaint database contains hundreds of filings from consumers reporting that dishes smell and taste like chemicals after washing. A problem traced back to tub coatings and internal insulation materials in machines from Whirlpool, Bosch, and Samsung. And the International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officials has flagged concerns about bitumen-adjacent compounds in appliance manufacturing for years without triggering mandatory disclosure requirements. Manufacturers are not required to tell you what coats the inside of the machine that washes the dishes you eat from. That is not an oversight. That is a gap in regulation that saves them money and costs you trust. The third cost-cutting change is the one that actually kills the machine. It is the control board. Dishwashers built before the mid-1990s were controlled by simple electromechanical timers, gear-driven, durable, repairable. When they failed, which was rare, any appliance technician could replace the timer module for under $50 in parts. Starting around 2005 and becoming near universal by 2012, manufacturers migrated to proprietary digital control boards. These boards coordinate wash cycles, sensor inputs, and water temperature. They are also the single most common failure point in modern dishwashers. Yale Appliance, one of the most cited sources of real-world repair data in the industry, publishes annual service rate reports. Their data consistently shows dishwashers requiring service at rates between 15 and 30% within the first 5 years of ownership, depending on brand. The control board is among the leading causes of failure across brands. When a control board fails on a machine that is 3 years out of warranty, the replacement part alone can cost $200 to $400. Many are proprietary components available only through the manufacturer or authorized dealers. iFixit has given multiple current dishwasher models repairability scores in the 3 to 5 range out of 10, specifically citing inaccessible components and proprietary parts as the reason repair is so difficult. Samsung, GE, and Whirlpool have all faced significant complaint volumes and class action inquiries related to premature control board failures. The CPSC recall database documents multiple dishwasher recalls across brands tied to electronic component failures, causing fire and flooding hazards. This is not one bad brand having a bad year. This is a category-wide decision to build machines that fail on a timeline the manufacturer controls. In 2006, Whirlpool acquired Maytag for $1.7 billion. Within 3 years of that acquisition, production of key Maytag and KitchenAid components had shifted to lower-cost facilities, and multiple model lines were consolidated onto shared platforms that prioritized cost efficiency over the independent engineering identities both brands had carried for decades. Maytag had been synonymous with longevity for 50 years. Their repair technician was the loneliest man in America. That was literally their advertising. After Whirlpool absorbed them, repair rates on Maytag-branded machines climbed to match the rest of the consolidated portfolio. The dishwasher repair and replacement market in the United States generates approximately $4.5 billion annually. Manufacturers who also operate parts distribution networks have a direct financial interest in machines that need parts, and in machines that fail just outside the warranty window, prompting full replacement rather than repair. Quality becomes a cost center to be minimized, not a standard to be upheld. So what do you actually do with this information? Here is the specific guidance. If you want a dishwasher that will last, you are looking for a stainless steel tub, not a partial stainless tub with plastic sidewalls, but a full stainless interior. Bosch 500 and 800 series machines have maintained full stainless tub construction and consistently earned top marks from Consumer Reports for reliability. Miele, though at a significantly higher price point, starting around $1,200, remains one of the few brands where the long-term cost of ownership actually justifies the purchase price given their documented 20-year lifespan ratings. For budget shoppers, look for machines manufactured before 2015 from brands before major consolidation events. Pre-acquisition KitchenAid machines from the early 2000s are still available as used or refurbished units, and represent a generation of build quality that the current market does not offer at any price. Red flags to avoid on any new machine: any listing that mentions a plastic tub, any control panel that uses a touchscreen interface rather than physical buttons or rotary controls, and any brand that does not publish independent repair data or that iFixit rates below a 5. If your current machine has given you the bitumen smell, run 3 or 4 empty hot cycles with a cup of white vinegar in the bottom rack. It will accelerate the off-gassing without food present. It will not fix a machine that is going to fail, but it will get the smell cycle over faster. And do not buy the extended warranty from the retailer. Home Depot and Lowe's extended warranty programs are administered by third-party servicers whose contract terms allow denial of claims for component failures deemed cosmetic or wear-related. Buy from a retailer that allows returns within 30 days of first failure and document your machine's performance from day one. Coming up next, we are going inside the washing machine industry, a category where one acquisition wiped out 3 of the most trusted American brands in less than a decade. The numbers behind that consolidation will make the dishwasher story look restrained. If you want to know what to buy before the next manufacturer finishes dismantling what is left, subscribe. This channel exists for exactly that. The machine in your kitchen was designed with an end date. The only question is whether you knew that when you bought it.